This changes everything. This postseason was already going to be important for New York, but now even more is at stake, especially for head coach Tom Thibodeau. According to reports, if the Knicks do not perform well in the postseason, Tom Thibodeau could be fired as the Knicks head coach. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. But before we get started, about 52% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it could really support all the great content that we're creating for you. And now, let's get started. Tom Thibodeau's job is on the line. The Knicks are looking to make a statement and prove everybody wrong in the postseason. And head coach Tom Thibodeau needs to ensure we see the best version of this Knicks team. Because if we don't, changes are coming. According to reports, Tom Thibodeau must deliver in the postseason, or he may not get another opportunity to do it with this team. Shout out to Knicks videos on the app X for giving us the following information. I also have to give credit to two NBA insiders, Ian Bagley with SNY and Steve Popper with Newsday. They did a great job helping to break down what the Knicks are expecting to achieve in the postseason, and if they don't achieve it, what changes could be coming in the offseason. Shout out to Ian Bagley for giving us this following information. According to him, I do think that there's a strong possibility, a solid possibility, that changes are coming if the Knicks flame out against Detroit, or even if they're not competitive in the second round against the Boston Celtics. Earlier this year, somebody asked me about Tom Thibodeau, and I thought, based on everything that I heard coming into the year, I didn't think there was a scenario where the Knicks would change their head coach. Now, more recently, having conversations with people, seeing which way the wind is blowing, the stakes are high for Tom Thibodeau going into this postseason. Let me repeat that again for everybody in the back who didn't hear me. The stakes are high for Tom Thibodeau going into this postseason. And shout out to NBA insider Steve Popper for giving us the following information here. According to him, if the Knicks don't get past the first round somehow, there's going to be changes probably. People mention Tom Thibodeau. I've heard rumors that the front office stuff could happen. Mikal Bridges is up for an extension, and a decision has to be made. To me, this is a real make or break period for Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. There are a lot of reasons why this is happening right now. But it's the way this team has looked over the years under Tom Thibodeau that, in my opinion, is why we're hearing about this at this point in time. But it's also the availability of other head coaches. It's not a secret. I dropped the video about it as soon as he was fired. Mike Malone, his ties to New York, how he started his coaching career. As soon as he was fired, I said it. Tom Thibodeau, if he was safe before, he's no longer safe. And there's a reason I said that. Before Mike Malone was available, if you look around the league, there really wasn't another viable option for the Knicks to go out there and hire another head coach. Tom Thibodeau made the most sense. But now you have the availability of a lot of other coaches, one of them being Mike Malone. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are saying in the comments. You want Mike Malone? Isn't he a carbon copy of Tom Thibodeau? He is, but he isn't, right? Mike Malone, isn't he a head coach champion in this league? Got Denver their first championship ever? He did that. That's on his resume. I understand that sometimes we don't care about those things and we want to brush them off. We cannot brush off a recent championship. He just got a championship with the Nuggets not so many years ago. This is another reason why New York may look toward him if Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks flame out in the postseason. Maybe that happens in the first round, maybe the second round, I'm not sure. But it's up to Tom Thibodeau to be able to stop all of these conversations from happening. The reason we're talking about this right now is because we can talk about it. Tom Thibodeau, all he has to do is shut all of this down. And the way to do that is to show up and perform in the postseason. Hopefully, this gives them even more added motivation to do what it takes to get the Knicks all the way to the NBA Finals. And I know it's much easier said than done. But at this point in time, what we want to see as a fan base is progress, moving on to the next step. We have seen this team go to the second round so many times. I think I speak for everybody when I say this. I want to see this team go all the way to at least the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, I understand that is very difficult to do when, if we even get past the first round, Boston is likely waiting in the second round for us. And those guys are the toughest matchup for the Knicks, probably for any team in the Eastern Conference right now. So we have to understand that, and we have to acknowledge that. So maybe if they are very competitive in that second round against Boston and they still don't get to the ECF, maybe that's enough to keep Tom Thibodeau with the Knicks. But remember, we're going to need to see something we haven't seen before. We're going to need to see another level. If Tom Thibodeau does not get that done, then changes are coming. And this report that we just covered proves it. Tom Thibodeau, if he was untouchable before, he is no longer untouchable. Now, I know a lot of you guys in the comments are going to start saying, so you want them to fire Thibs? You want them to fire Thibs now? You want them to fire Thibs right away? Hang on, hold on, wait a moment. I'm not advocating for anybody to get fired. What I want is a championship. Is Thibs going to get me that championship? If the answer is yes, keep him. If not, and we've seen the same story time and time and time again, then I can't blame the Knicks. I can't blame Leon Rose. I can't blame this front office for making a coaching change because they gave it time. They waited. They waited long enough. And if we're not able to get to the next level under head coach Tom Thibodeau, then I think that signals we need a change. We need a new voice. We need a new coach to lead this team. And if the Knicks feel that way in the offseason, I'm going to support that decision. But if they feel Tom Thibodeau did enough to be retained as the head coach, even if I may not like it 100%, I'll agree with it and I'll move forward because I've always given my trust and faith to Leon Rose and this front office. I've done so because they've earned it. They've given me a championship roster, something that I haven't seen in my entire lifetime. Because of that, I can't just roll over and question each and every decision that they make. And that's why I will support them. But this is how it should work. This is how a job performance or an evaluation should be done. You need to get the job done. What is a head coach's job in the NBA? To push your team as hard as you can, get the best seeding, and go as far as you can go in the postseason. Hopefully, eventually that means getting a championship. That is the ultimate goal for each and every head coach in the league, Tom Thibodeau included. But if we're not able to get there, if we're not even closer to get there with a better roster under head coach Tom Thibodeau, then I agree. I agree with these reports, and I agree with some of you. Maybe a change is needed. A new voice is needed. Somebody else is needed in that locker room to lead this team in the right way. But as I stated, if some of you love Tom Thibodeau, if you want Thibs to stay, if you want him to not be on the hot seat, to not lose his job, for his job not to be on the line, then believe in him. Believe he will do everything he needs to do come the postseason. Because if he does that, he's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to get fired. Leon Rose does not want to fire him. He made a choice to extend him and keep him here. Let's make sure we understand that. If Thibodeau gets fired, it's because Leon feels forced to do it because he understands we are in a window right now and we need to maximize it. And if the coach is the issue, he has to go and somebody else needs to come in here. Tom Thibodeau, it's not on anybody else but you right now. If you want to stay, if you want to be the head coach of this team for many, many, many years, all you have to do is make sure this team takes it to another level. And if they don't have another level, you better create one because they need it. We have about less than a week to go until we reach Saturday, until we reach the postseason. Use this time to make sure this Knicks team is the best version of themselves possible, because that's what everybody wants to see. That's what Leon wants to see. And that's what we need to see. Because if we don't, this might be the last year Tom Thibodeau will coach this team. But what about you guys? What do you think about these reports indicating that a change could be coming at the head coaching position if New York does not do what they need to do in the postseason? If they flame out in the postseason, if New York doesn't do what they need to do in the postseason, if they flame out in the postseason, let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.